Let's talk about pregnancy. Most women, I think, try to eat, better food when they're pregnant. But is it safe to follow an all-vegan diet when you're pregnant?
Well, an Australian blogger, she's doing it, and so many people are mad at her now. It's all over the place. They're saying that she's putting her baby at risk. So we wanted to talk about this for a moment. We brought in Dr. Jen this morning. Good morning to you.
Hi, doctor.
Good morning.
So most of the time when you're pregnant, you mean well, right? You want to eat as healthy as you can to, so that for your baby and for you. What about a vegan diet, though?
Right. So a vegan or a vegetarian diet, both of these can be perfectly safe in pregnancy. What's really important with vegan or vegetarian diets, if a woman chooses to have one of these, is that they're working with their doctor and working with a nutritionist to make sure that they get all the nutrients that they need and that the baby needs. But the issue here is when we take a vegan or a vegetarian diet and we take it to the extreme.
What do you mean?
Okay. So like this 80-10-10 diet is really to the extreme in terms of the numbers of fruits and vegetables that the woman is obtaining and the lack of other nutrients.
Wait, pause really quickly. Dr. Jen, we don't know. What's 80-10-10? Is that what she was doing?
Yes, this 80-10-10 diet is the diet that she is using to be healthful as she feels, but it's not a real balanced diet.
So what's 80, what's 10, and what's 10?
What's the 80%?
So it's the ratio of the carbohydrates with the proteins and the fats. And that's really what the ratio is of the 80-10-10 diet. This is something that is important to talk about because when we talk about pregnancy and we talk about nutrition, what's really important here is a balanced diet. Being a vegan or a vegetarian in and of itself is not problematic.
No.
It's the ratio of foods and how well balanced the diet is within those confines. And that's really what the issue is here.
I'm an idiot. So tell me one more time. 80-10-10. What is she? 80% is what? Carbohydrates?
It's carbohydrates, and then the 10 is proteins, and I believe it's fats is the other 10%. But I want to be clear that this is a special diet outside of simply being vegan or simply being vegetarian.
Okay,
I want
so
to separate those two.
Gotcha.
Yes, and that's what's different. It's okay for a woman to be vegetarian or be vegan and be pregnant. You want to work with a nutritionist. You want to talk with your doctor, making sure you're getting the proper nutrients. But when we take either those diets or anything else and go to the extreme, eating 20 bananas per day, only eating lettuce, only eating watery fruits and not getting that full balanced picture, that's when we run into problems. And that's what I think is really important to point out here.
Is that what she was saying, that she's eating 20 bananas a day?
There's reports that she was eating lots of bananas a day, lots of specific fruits, which apparently is part of this diet that she's following, this 80-10-10 diet. So this is an extreme diet, and I do not recommend extreme dieting, usually in general, but also certainly within pregnancy. And you got to be very, very careful with extreme dieting, really, of any form.
That is interesting.
It
now,
is.
One thing the woman said after eating 20 bananas a day for the full pregnancy, she said that she's climbing trees better.
Oh, my God. I can't deal with you today. You don't have to respond to that. Thank you, Dr. Jen.
Thank you so much.